In January 2023, a tragedy struck the treacherous rugged landscape of the San Gabriel Mountains when beloved British actor Julian Sands was hiking on Mount Baldy and disappeared without a trace. His disappearance shocked the entire entertainment industry. Fans around the world hoped for a safe return. As days became weeks and weeks became months, the mystery surrounding Julian Sands' fate intensified. Julian Sands was born as Julian Richard Morley Sands on January 4, 1958 in Orley, West Riding of Yorkshire. He grew up in England and then moved to the United States for a career in Hollywood. Julian's first wife was British journalist Sarah Harvey Sands. They married in 1984 after a relationship of more than a decade. The couple had a son, Henry Sands, in 1985, but unfortunately their marriage ended in 1987. Later, he met Evgenia Sirkovets. Evgenia is an American playwright, writer, and journalist. In 1990, the couple married and had 2 daughters. Natalia Morley Sands was born in August 1996 and Imogen Morley Sands in December 1999. The couple was married for more than 33 years. Julian was a native English actor. He became famous with his breakthrough role as George Emerson in the 1985 film A Room with a View, directed by James Ivory. He also delivered impressive performances in several films, including The Killing Fields in 1984, Warlock in 1989, Arachnophobia in 1990, Naked Lunch in 1991, Boxing Helena in 1993, Leaving Las Vegas in 1995, The Medallion in 2003, Ocean's 13 in 2007, and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo in 2011. In addition to his film career, Sands also appeared in several television series, including 24 in 2006 as Vladimir Burko, Smallville between 2009 and 2010 as Jor-El, and voiced the character Walmont in Jackie Chan Adventures. His talent and characteristic features, including his tall and gaunt appearance, made him well suited for both horror and drama roles. One of his most recent credits was a recurring role in Netflix TV series What If, but unfortunately, something totally unexpected happened. On January 13, 2023, Julian started a hiking adventure in the Baldy Bowl area in San Bernardino, California. Located in the beautiful San Gabriel Mountains, this area is known as a popular destination for hikers and adventurers. The Baldy Bowl area is a specific part of Mount Baldy, an impressive mountain that looks out over the region. Julian, who was known for his love of nature and hiking, had already experienced countless adventures, but this time, nature had something very different in store. According to Corporal Nathan Campos of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, a hiker was reported missing in the Baldy Bowl area on Friday, January 13 at around 7:30 p.m. The person in question was actor Julian Sands. The person had not returned from a hike in the Baldy area. A search operation was launched. Unfortunately, on Saturday, January 14, the search for Julian Sands was temporarily halted due to a high risk of avalanches and poor weather conditions on local trails. The ground crew involved in the search was removed from Mount Baldy. A search crew was sent out, but because of weather conditions, they were pulled on Saturday. Helicopters and drones will be out there to continue to search, weather permitting, said Corporal Nathan Campos of the San Bernardino County Sheriffs. On Sunday, January 15, 2023, the search continued. Based on phone taps, it was determined that Julian was en route to Mount Baldy. Despite attempts to obtain additional pings from the phone provider, these were unsuccessful due to a lack of cellular service and possibly a cell phone power outage. A delayed ping from the Apple iPhone operating system dated January 14, 2023 indicated a possible location on one of the trails leading to the summit of Mount Baldy. This particular area was searched by search teams with a helicopter, but no evidence was found that could locate Julian. Over the next few days, the search team worked tirelessly to find him. On Wednesday, January 18, a significant development was reported in the search for Julian. His car was found in the parking lot in the Baldy Bowl area where he had been reported missing. Julian's family towed the vehicle away from the location. Search efforts were hampered by winter conditions, but it was announced that another ground search was planned as soon as the weather improved. We will schedule another ground search when the weather improves, and it is safe for our ground crews, said a spokesman of the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. This discovery added another piece to the puzzle in the ongoing search for the missing British actor. In addition, the Sheriff's Department shared a warning on their Facebook page about the extremely dangerous conditions on Mount Baldy. Indeed, there had been recent rescues and tragic accidents. Hikers were strongly advised to exercise caution and avoid the risks. On Thursday, January 19, the search continued, but at that time, the search was still being conducted by helicopters only. Avalanche tracks had previously been observed on the west side of the slopes, complicating ground search and rescue operations. Additional aerial searches were planned, but there was no set time or duration for these searches. The January 14 and 15 pings were delayed and showed Julian's movements on January 13. Investigators worked with the California Office of Emergency Services, which has additional forensic cell phone technology, to determine the exact location, but up to that point, no useful clues had been found. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department shared a new message on their Facebook page. This message indicated that it was the 11th day of the search for Julian Sands on Mount Baldy. The message emphasized the determination and selflessness of all responders involved in the search. Available resources would continue in the coming days. In addition, a statement from the Sands family was shared, asking readers to keep the family in their thoughts during this difficult time. Due to a warning of heavy winds on January 20, helicopters could not be used during the search. The search was initially postponed until the weekend of January 28, but on January 25, 2023, the search for Julian continued from the air anyway. The California Highway Patrol Valley Division Air Corps from Auburn, California, assisted in the search using a RACO device called RACO Be Searchable. RACO technology can detect reflective material, electronics, and sometimes even credit cards. Hopes were pinned on California Highway Patrol agents Jason Herzl and Matt Culcutt. According to a source, they possibly had the knowledge, expertise, and resources that could help establish a targeted search area. That weekend, helicopters and drones continued to use infrared equipment to search, but unfortunately no clues to Julian were found. Meanwhile, the second full week of searching for missing actor Julian Sands was approaching. Numerous ground and aerial searches had taken place, but unfortunately still without results. The search would continue as long as weather and ground conditions permitted. Fellow actor Kevin Ryan said Julian was a smart guy and very strong-willed, with lots of experience to tackle the treacherous conditions. But all we have in a situation like this is hope. One of the things, as I said, is how advanced Julian is. And he's a smart guy, and I am remaining hopeful that he's holding out, surviving. Julian met Kevin on the set of the 2014 American drama series Crossbones Sands starring John Malkovich. One of the common things that I had with Julian was hiking. I live in California, in Los Angeles, and so does he. So we decided to go hiking a couple of times, said Kevin. He's actually the one that introduced me to Mount Baldy, which I have done a number of times, twice in the winter. Kevin also stated that Julian is an advanced hiker. I know Julian is an extremely advanced hiker and very strong-willed. He is very fit, and we are holding out strong. It will be a positive return for him. Over the weekend of February 20th, rescuers continued to search Mount Baldy. In the process, they also tracked hits from a RACO advanced rescue technology device. Conditions allowed, they would continue to deploy resources to complete the search. Since January, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has conducted 8 searches, both on the ground and in the air. During this process, volunteers had spent more than 500 hours searching. Despite the fact that days, weeks, and months had passed, Julian still had not been found. On Saturday, June 17, 2023, the large-scale search resumed. More than 80 search and rescue volunteers, deputies, and staff were involved in the search. They were supported by 2 helicopters and drone teams. The aircraft were used to take search teams to remote areas in Mount Baldy and to conduct aerial search and assessment operations. In addition, the drone team searched in inaccessible areas that were difficult for ground teams to reach. Despite the warmer weather, parts of the mountain remained inaccessible because of extreme mountain conditions. Some areas and canyons still had more than 10 meters of ice and snow. On Saturday, June 24, 2023, around 10 a.m., hikers contacted the Fontana Sheriff's Department after finding human remains in the wilderness of Mount Baldy. Deputies from the Fontana Station and the Emergency Operations Division of the Sheriff's Department immediately responded to the location. The deceased was taken to the coroner's office for identification. The identification was expected to be completed next week. On Tuesday, June 27, 2023, the tragic and redeeming word came. The identification process had been completed, and it was determined with certainty that the victim was 65-year-old Julian Sands of North Hollywood. Although they found Julian, their findings didn't bring any information around the circumstances surrounding his death. But the most likely explanation was the weather conditions and the equipment worn. Whilst Julian was climbing, the weather could have taken a turn for worse up the mountain, rendering his visibility next to none. Bill Dwyer, who was in the group that found Julian, noticed the actor was wearing micro spikes, which are not as effective whilst climbing very snowy and icy terrain. He said, "I was a little shocked to see micro spikes. They were just the wrong tools for the job at hand." He also said there was no helmet or ice axe present. Where Julian Sands was found was a place called Good Canyon, which is strange because he set off up the Baldy Trail, which does not go near Good Canyon. There is no signal on Good Canyon, and it is rarely traversed by hikers. The most likely explanation to this is that he got lost, he fell, or he was dragged into the canyon by a snowdrift. There were weather issues in the area a long time prior to his disappearance, and he would have known this. Julian had climbed the mountain over 200 times, so I would be surprised if he had gotten lost. But when visibility is seriously reduced, it is very easy to get disoriented. Julian's backpack was never found. The hikers who found Julian have still, out of respect for his family, barely spoken to the media, but they have set out to educate hikers about the dangers of hiking without proper equipment. According to the San Bernardino County Sheriff Coroner Department, we would like to extend our gratitude to all the volunteers that worked tirelessly to locate Mr. Sands. After Julian Sands' body was found, his family issued a statement expressing gratitude to the search teams and coordinators who had worked tirelessly to find him. Julian Sands will always be remembered as a talented actor and a loving family man. Thanks for watching this story. Don't forget to like and subscribe.